very important Mahendra Dev Professor, Chairman Economic Advisory to the Prime Minister. This is the gathering, if you see all of them, total eminent personalities to frame the policy, to guide the governments. You are all here. And also Rajiv from Pahle India is also here. This is where it is very nearer to me, to my heart also. Not now, for the last 3 decades. First time I became CM in 1995. I have seen the systems, how they are functioning. We started economic reforms in 1991. China started economic reforms in 1978, only 13 years ahead of us. Then I prepared first vision in this country by engaging McKinsey, world best consultant at that time. Everybody asked him, what you are doing? Some people criticized me. I prepared Vision 2020. 2020, there is a meaning also perfect vision. Then everybody told me, it is not 2020, it is only Vision 420. I faced that criticism also. But at one stage, at that time he was only a scientist. After retirement, Abdul Kalam came to me, he asked me how we prepared. I want to prepare vision document for the nation. Then I called him. We had a lunch meeting. We explained all the details. Up to that time, if you see, technology is not matured. I started IT. Nobody imagined why I am talking about IT. Then I started IT, first time, internet revolution has come, world has become a global village. Before that, what America is doing, we don't know. After 3 days, 4 days, we used to know in papers, late news. That is where I networked with Bill Gates. I asked his appointment. Then he told me, I don't have any work with politicians. First of all, that is the impression about politician. Politician does not know anything. Why should we waste our time? We are business people. Then I told him, I am having something to share with you. Give me 10 minutes. With great difficulty, he told me, you come, join in cocktail party. Today, at least, if you join cocktail party, we are having some credibility. Nobody will believe. At that time, if you join immediately, we will be branded as party in that angle. So I told him, then with great difficulty, he gave me 15 minutes. Always, we are also very strong persons among us. At that time, one of my secretary, very strong secretary, what all I say, he will put it on presentations, everything. Then we prepared one of the best presentation. Then I gave around 14 to 15 slides, not more than that. Always, I believe, 12 to 15, maximum around 15. I gave my vision. After seeing my vision, he told me, I entirely agree with you. What can I do for you? I don't have any work with you. If at all you are willing, you cannot ignore India. India is very strong in 2 aspects. One is we are strong in mathematics. Zero innovated by Indian. Second one, British, they took even my Kohinoor diamond, but they left English to us. These are all deadly combinations for IT. He entirely agreed with me. You are 100% right. We will work together. Then I asked him, if you are having any flexibility, you start your Microsoft Development Center in Hyderabad. He told me, we are in only Seattle. I don't have any plans as on now. Let us work. I didn't leave at that stage. Then I went to Seattle. I met him in Davos. Finally, he came to Hyderabad. He started his development center. In development centers, Nadella Satya, employee of that development center, has become president of that company. That is the initiative our Indians are having. Earlier, I am only the person to go to Davos. Continuously, I used to visit all these things. This is only history. Technology, here also, all of us has to understand. In the beginning, our Indian politicians or bureaucracy didn't understand technology, underestimated. We had at that time VSNL, BSNL monopoly, public sector. Great statesman, Vajpayee ji. I forced him. I had a good political clout also at that time, 35 MPs. That also helped me. He also made it very clear. Then we paid liberally for all shareholders dividend. Then we have gone for reforms. Even my opposition at the time, they used to attack me only one thing. We are all asking pump set. You are talking cell phone. How can you justify? Then I used to tell them, we need cell phone, we need pump set, I am working for both. Today you are watching AI, data centers, quantum. We are in different league. That first mover advantage for India. Today I can say very proudly, we missed agriculture revolution. We missed industrial revolution. We are able to encash service sector revolution because of information technology and supporting other economic activities. Now, all of us are here. I had a bitter experience about GSDP. Around 2014, my officers are unable to understand what is GSDP, even including my planning secretary at that time. Then I used to sit with experts and those who are calculating in Delhi. Only Delhi planning used to do. Even state governments may adopt or may not adopt. Sometimes we are not in a position to discuss. First time I started discussing GSDP, preparing all sectors, quarterly collectors conference and head of the departments I used to discuss. With that discussion, if you see, we are able to grow 13.5% GSDP CAGR. And also, at that time, ease of doing business, total computerization, then going on reviewing dashboard. For 5 years, first year we are number 2 after Gujarat. After that, always we are number 1 in ease of doing business. Of course, today we have changed the gear. I am talking about speed of doing business. Always innovation has to come. Otherwise, you will be stalemate. In this, I am very happy I have heard about your views. Data. Future is only data-driven governance or data-driven decision-making. Data is wealth, according to me. You are having proper data. You will arrive a real solution for execution, for monitoring, for corrective measures. Always I used to say, there is no proper data. If you feed computer garbage, garbage will come. If you feed proper data, nothing like that on health or education or anything for that matter, agriculture, everything, it is a big game changer. Now for the last 2 years, my planning department is doing exercise. We are going slowly, earlier yearly, then we made it an exercise quarterly. Now every quarter we are having a collectors conference. Now I want to go monthly. That is where our vision document, if you see, 10 principles. Now by hearing with you and also Rajiv Kumar, Pile India, he told me 11 is very auspicious figure. And also why can't you include private investment in this? I will be very happy. Even I heard some of your discussion. Immediately we will make it 11 principles from now onwards. We will start our homework. Always investment is very important. Now models have come. One is PPP, viability gap funding, and so many models. So with all these things, I wanted to request all of you, we are in an inspiring time. I am using this word very clearly. Technology is matured. And also knowledge is available. And also if you see here in our government, Aadhaar is a game changer for India. No other country is having Aadhaar. So Aadhaar, nobody can duplicate. Now any passports, immigration, everything, even our welfare, without any fraud, we can distribute all these things. There is a debate among all of us. Different countries have adopted differently. Main reason is confidentiality of personal data. We are not in a position to differentiate confidentiality of personal data, even today, according to me. Now, GST, it is online for every citizen. We can identify income tax, it is online. Even my property tax, it is online. Only issue is synchronization of data is not available, that's all. Now I am talking about health. One best project, Sanjeevani project. This Sanjeevani project, every individual health record, I can put it on digital. Keep confidentiality. Whenever you are interested to know the final conclusions, some more things, mass data, names, all these things, go for analytics. In Andhra Pradesh, around 75 lakhs, around 8 million are critical patients. Different problems. Having all these things, once in 3 months, I wanted to go for total clinical tests. I will know the position of each person health. Then on the basis of that, I can go further. Preventive, real-time monitoring, and curative at cost-effective solutions. I wanted to integrate yoga, meditation, pranayama. Sometimes if you see, always mind is the biggest problem for anybody. Not now from the beginning, I am quoting secret book. What is secret book? You wanted to achieve a vision, it will register people like you. I will approach, or otherwise you will search for stakeholders. We are all common in mind. We will gather together some point. Some people wanted to commit crime. They will search for criminals. They will gather together to get it done. Some people wanted to have evening party. Those who are all there, they will join there. This is life I have seen very clearly. There is nothing secret in it. Now PM, Honorable PM, is wanted to do always something, innovation. So many innovations are coming. So what I want to tell all of you, you are all different walks of life, very eminent persons. Here we established data lake. In data lake, all historical data we have kept in warehousing, data center. Present data will come to data warehousing. Data lake it will come. In data lake, I am using AI. So that I want to go for different modules for application. Simultaneously, we got an idea aware. Outside data, I wanted to collect real time through satellite, through drones, IoTs, sensors, CCTV cameras, and also, if necessary, wearables for health devices. Then all data will come, wind quality or air quality, wind direction, even sometimes surface water, water bodies, what is the water available, groundwater, even prediction of monsoon. So many things, what all knowledge is available, we are putting there, around 40 parameters. Real-time data is flowing, all my files, everything, funds, everything we are earmarking. By integrating all these things, I want to communicate to the last mile for action. That is another thing I'm doing. That is Manamitra, WhatsApp governance. Around 1100 services we are providing real-time, online. Even somebody will say by phone, you will ask voice. I will convert voice into text, attend to it, and send back to him. All problems, this is where PGRS, public grievances, how to address, which department is having more problems, what is the root cause, correct from the grassroots, everything we are doing. So here, all welfare programs, we are getting information, we are monitoring very clearly. Every family, how much welfare we are giving, we can monitor now. Government of India, what they are giving, what I am giving, how many family members, everything. Finally, I have gone for P4 also. As on today, P3, public-private partnership. All our wealth has been created through public-private partnership. Either road, or power project, or airport, or railway station, or so many things. You name anything, college, everything. Now after 20 years, 25 years, they enjoy they run the property. Then they are handovering back to the government after servicing everything. They will earn some money also. Now in the process, what is happening, either private sector, more and more people are becoming billionaires. Relatively, poor and rich is dividing sharply. That is not good for the society. There will be heart burning. What type of society you wanted to create? Some people are not. Yesterday, I went to one home. Two sisters. SC. When I went to that family, his sister, Tulusamma by name, she was physically handicapped and dumb. She cannot talk, she cannot converse, everything. Then another woman, Pushpamma, she is looking after her. Her husband died 15-20 years back. She had 3 children. 3 children, being a labor, she has to look after. And she has to look after that sister who is totally unfunctional. She cannot converse with outsiders also. Then we used to give earlier, slowly, one by one, 3,000 rupees pension. I have increased that pension to 4,000 for widow pension she is getting. Another sister, earlier they used to give only 3,000, I made it 15,000. She is bedridden, some attendant is required for her, all these things. With that money, she was able to do better. Meanwhile, I created an organization, DACRA. That organization is helping all DACRA women for self-help or self-financing. They financed to her, she purchased 2 buffaloes. She is selling that milk. With that milk, she had a tea stall. And then she is earning some money. She graduated her son. That fellow got some job. He is earning 16,000 rupees. She sent her daughter to school. First she sent her, because no money, orphanage. There she educated. Then finally 1 buffalo she sold, 40,000 rupees. By spending that money, she educated her daughter as a nurse. She got employment, now nurse employment. You see the human story. All of you, as told very clearly, by seeing everything is very simple. There is a family, there are families, there are a number. We are all calculating 1 crore 60 lakh families, 5 crore population. Inside, if you go beyond figures, you will know what is truth, where to attempt, where to bring public policies. This is where I am thinking differently. Now, another thing, P4 is meant for this. Now I started, it is only a beginning. It's an humble way. As on today, around 12 lakh families were adopted by 1 lakh Margadarshis. I made this name also, MBK 1020. MBK means Margadarshi Bangaru Kutumbam. 10 top layer, 20 bottom. Top layer is Margadarshi, bottom layer is Bangaru Kutumbam, golden family. You adopt, not one day, not charity. It is your social responsibility. We are all here in a hotel discussing all these things. Where we have studied? Who spent for all of us? It is only taxpayers' money. I studied in government school. Whose money? Taxpayers' money. Most of us, but we got an opportunity. Only few people got an opportunity. Only 1%, 2%, 5% like that. Remaining people are having same problem. Those who born with me, they are in the village itself, they are having ordinary living standards or below. living standards. So this is where I'm saying always, I used to say one more thing. Up to 1991, all experts are here. I am also economic student. I didn't do big research, that's a different issue. I am also economic student, MA post-graduation. That too, humble university from Venkateswara University. Not a Oxford or big universities. But I studied from the beginning society. What I wanted to tell you here, is it not our responsibility to build a society and sustainable living standards for everybody? We got an opportunity, we are thinking we are happy. Is it not our social responsibility to handhold? Here I wanted to make it very clear, all of you. Wealth is not coming automatically. You have to plan, you have to create wealth. Before 1991, India is blamed everywhere. I used to go to some other countries at that time. We are all blamed Hindu growth rate. What is Hindu growth rate? Only 1.5%, 2%. I had a bitter experiences with all top heads of the nations. They used to argue with me, India, you cannot come up. You won't develop. You don't do that culture. As an insult, I used to argue with them, you are thinking India is not going to come. One day, I am telling you, so much of argument I have done. Directly after 95, Singapore PM and me are traveling in Hyderabad. I have shown everything. Always I want to convince people. That is my habit, with optimism. Then going on talking, he told me, Mr. Naidu, you are so confident. You are too optimistic. Then I told him, I am not too optimistic. I am realist. You are thinking India cannot grow. I am assuring you, I am telling you, another 10 years, we are be different. We will grow. You are going to watch me. This is my bet. Then he told me, no, we should not fight. Agree in disagreement. We'll move forward. Okay. After 10 years, I went to Singapore. He was ex-PM. I met him. Then he told me, on that day, I remember today also, we had a bitter exchanges. I realized India is moving very fast. He told me on that day also, I am not against India. We wanted to see India should grow. In this region, India, if both India, all countries will grow, then small countries like us will have better safety and security. That was his argument. So what I wanted to impress upon you, we have to create a society. Everybody should have better living standards in this country. That is where MBK I am asking. Continuous process of hand-holding, top people and bottom. Someday, Bangaru Kutumbam will become Margadarshi, Margadarshi will become Bangaru Kutumbam, various seasons. We are all talking. I have seen Jamindars. In childhood, I have seen big brands. Today, that brands are not there. All big brands vanish, new brands have come. Only some brands are still relevant. So with all these things, I want to ask all experts here. All other things, I did not explain what is agriculture, what is industry, what is service sector, how it is going to transform. It is a matter of time. We have set in 11 principles now, one more I have added. Then we have set in target 2047 That is 309 lakh crores. And also 3 crore, GSDP 3 crores 9 lakhs. 55 lakhs per capita income. And also other parameters, you know, all economic parameters we have given very clearly. Now data is available. We are able to KPI, we are able to decide. SOP, we are able to establish. You are stopping somewhere, Mandal. With great difficulty, some of your panel has suggested Panchayat. I wanted to go every family. Family in the individual again. I am saying individual security, family empowerment. Why I am saying individual security? Because of my old age pension, family members are treating elders very well because of that money. I am giving 4,000 rupees. It is costing 2,000 rupees for them food. Remaining 2,000 rupees, it is helping their family for other expenditure. That is where we brought. Otherwise, if you give that money to family head or somebody, they may not give food for them. They may not treat them properly. This is where every family member, individual should be treated very well. With that money, again, empowerment. Nowadays, another problem, social problems we are facing. In olden days, big families, joint families, even children are looked after by elders. Now micro families. Slowly micro families are averse for more children. Now they are both wife and husband are employed, double income, no kids, let us enjoy. That is another problem. So many countries are facing aging problem. If we cannot address population management, one day India is going to face same problem. Already South India we are facing. Even my population as on today 1.6 fertility rate. And also replacement level is 2.1. Now we started this exercise also. So this is where joint families I want to promote big way. And ultimately, how to balance all these things. As on today of post-mortem, you are all reviewing GDP only for the sake of review. We are not planning GDP. We are not investing on the basis of wealth creation. Now we have to, 10 years back, at least now it is better demand driven or need based we are going. Earlier recommendation based. I have seen that days also. First time I became MLA, we had 3 privileges. One privilege for MLA, to recommend gas connection. Second privilege for MLA, to recommend telephone connection, that to non-functional. It won't work. But we had a privilege, 3 phones. Only BSNL is the owner of that time, at that time. Then they used to give me 1 jeep. That too, military jeep. They will give me old jeep. It won't function. I have to, trolling, I have to bring it. That were the privileges at that time. So much of changes. Even small road, I had to go to minister, I had to do so much of work. Now slowly, demand-driven planning, and on the basis of that execution, we are putting. Some panelists have heard, you are talking about MLAs, how to ask one of you panelists, made it very clear. Even PM or CM has to ask MLAs or MPs GSTP growth rate or GDP contribution of the constituency. Raju garu, you ask, you are telling that. Leave alone, you have to ask your principal secretaries first. Then only others we can ask. This is not we are not tuned. That is where I am saying today, reorientation of leaders, either bureaucratic leaders or political leaders, we have to change their attitudes. We have to bring that knowledge among them. Then only what we are expecting, it will happen. Now all tools are available. There is some people are saying we have to fix accountability at district level. Not only district level, you can go to last mile. Agriculture, last mile, you can fix responsibility. Raitu Seva Kendram is having a territory. Then supervisor officers. There is a unit, there is a functionary. Both you can monitor continuously to top. Then you can fix accountability automatically. First of all, you have to give knowledge. If you won't deliver, train him. Then you have to fix accountability and streamline. That is the biggest exercise we have to do. In Andhra Pradesh, if you see here, everything, industry, we are getting reasonable investment. We are going service sector in a big way, especially tourism in the future, employment generation, there I am going in a big way. Even I have fixed 50,000 keys in Andhra Pradesh within 5 years' time. We had only classified rooms nearly 2,500 or 3,000 or 4,000. Now we are going quantum multiplication of all these things. Even opportunities, we have gone through everything. Regional basis we are going. Now you have to tell me economic intelligence, various parameters. We are going for key performing KPIs. Which KPI is contributing, what is the contributing factor? We are having roughly real time. Ultimately, by using technology, AI, can you make it more and more precision? Big data analytics. Then I can have real-time decisions and corrective measures. Now we are going, for one example I am giving you. It is a process is very difficult. I have started 1100 services, real-time, online, we are providing. With great difficulty, we are able to reach 50% online, 50% physical touch. Slowly, now 60%. Now, we have started 60% or 65% public satisfaction. I am doing technology auditing. Then I am asking IVRS, QR code, various ways I am obtaining information from stakeholder. Then recently I started in public meeting, one side my district officers, another side politician, opposite public. Then I am asking, this is my officer, this is the satisfaction level. What is your explanation, you tell me. Slowly they are picking up. Now my goal is this year 80% public satisfaction. Then I want to go to 90%. Any deficiencies, I wanted either physical deficiencies or service delivery deficiencies, will correct it. Ultimately, public satisfaction is very, very important. Then only they will listen to me, otherwise there will be dissatisfaction. This economic intelligence, what Pile India is doing. You are training. There also we have laid good infrastructure. District level collectors, all my collectors are online now. And also we have engaged one of the best leading academic institutions as a knowledge partner. They are working with them. Then go further, constituency level, one nodal officer. MLA will be the chairman of that committee. District, I am involving parliamentary member and also concerned minister. Now I want to go to Panchayat. If you go these 3-4 levels, plan Panchayat as a unit and also plan short-term, medium-term, long-term planning for a family as a unit. Taking family members as a resource apart from other assets. I have seen yesterday some survey from Government of India. Visakhapatnam, highest working population, 52%. That is a good sign. Can we increase 70%? This type of surveys you have to do now. Their per capita income is 6,65,000. Now data centers are coming. So many things are coming. Tomorrow it will be 15 lakhs. Quantum jump in knowledge economy. This is where I am asking all of you, GST or otherwise, our various touch points. Wherever there is a touch point, you can collect. Now, your Ministry of Statistics, I am having this a big doubt, even information age, continuous census. What is the meaning? I don't know. Land records are available, persons are available, Aadhaar is available, but even in Government of India, not two departments, not two data are interacting. Everybody standalone system, don't mistake me, everybody is a custodian of his data. PM is right. Once you are having data, you are thinking, this is mine, I don't want to share anybody. Then credit. Everybody is thinking, if I share with him, he will do better. Then credit goes to him, not me. This is the attitude. How to break it? This is the biggest challenge, attitudinal problems. I am telling you one more thing. This is the biggest exercise for me. You have to guide me, all of you intellectuals. I am a politician. Leadership, leadership, leadership. Leader has to deliver. Leader should be holistic. Trust is important for everybody. Credibility. If I talk something, people should listen to me. They don't trust me, they won't listen to me. Even all our leaders, how to make our leaders more and more efficient leaders. That is where countries like Singapore, it is a small country. We are all justifying. We are big country, Singapore is small country, no comparison. In the first instant, we are pushing them. No, they are ethical leadership. Morally, they are very strong. That's why they are able to survive. Same wavelength. PM to last mile, same wavelength. They will talk same wavelength. PM will say something, I will say no. That is my political situation. This has to be changed to certain extent, then only things will happen. Now like-minded people are joining together. At least all of us has to work in that direction. Then I don't have any doubt. India is capable of growing double-digit growth. You have locked so many things. How to unlock? your procedures, your assets, your thinking. That is the biggest exercise all of us has to do. I am very happy. Niti Aayog, we are working very close, and some of advisors to Government of India also. You guide us. We will produce a proof of concept with humbleness. My aim is I want to grow 15%. Some people are saying, no, 20% we can grow. But if I say 20%, my planning secretary will say, sir, I will go on leave. Day by day you are increasing target. We don't have any confidence. Even it is not possible. This is the biggest challenge I am facing, but this meeting is only the beginning. We are in the midway. You have seen our data. Now 2 days conference and also training program, we will reach reasonable level. Every 15 days we are having cabinet. Every monthly SIPC, SIPB. Every quarterly collectors conference. Once in 2 months, head of the department's meeting and secretary's meeting. And also we are putting everything, discussing. Now data is available. Every Monday, I am sitting with RTGS 2 hours for reviewing data. What data, what next, how to go about, all these things I am reviewing with them. So this is a very interesting time. So I am asking all of you, crisis will be there. Find a solution. And the data is available with satellite. Some more, if you bring some more scientists to analyze real time, I will be very happy to get it done and use it and move forward. As on today, the support from all of you is amazing, extraordinary. If necessary, you guide me. I will sit as a student with you all. I will learn things. Always I am saying I am a student to learn things. Learning and de-learning is a continuous process. Today you have given so much of information to me also. While taking decisions, I will keep all these factors in mind and move forward. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you. Very nice of you. Now, anybody want to ask any questions or guide me differently? You can do that also. Anybody is having any questions or you wanted to guide us, you say something, please. Kriya University. They are our one of our partners. Now 4 principals out of 10, 4 principals they have taken up as custodian and take to logical conclusion. That is the Kriya University. Please carry on.
So just like you made 10 into 11 principles, you have made our 3 into 4 today. So
okay, that's good.
Sir, very inspiring talk as always. So this morning I was with Honorable Minister for IT in Sri City, and you introduced the 11th point of private investment. He mentioned in this morning when we were talking, 25% of all investment in India is coming into Andhra. And I said, wow. He said, no, you are saying wow, but my Chief Minister is saying, where is the remaining 75%? Just wanted to share that, sir.
Thank you. You are right. If you satisfy, then status quo, then diminishing. Always fight. Innovation, innovation, innovation. Morning we had a meeting, G. Ramji, inauguration by Honorable Minister and Deputy CM. Now I have come here. That is different chapter how to convince people. This is different chapter how to learn new things. This is a continuous process. Anybody? Please. Mike.
Again, sir, very inspiring. And I have only one point regarding the infrastructure. Can we do something for the cities which are the engine of economic growth above the public transport as the infrastructure vehicle?
What do you mean by that?
For example, the transit-oriented development or any kind of, we have actually, most of the cities are actually affected by this automobile-driven. We do not have the robust public transport system to connect the this community to connect the movability or the connectivity to the growth.
No, that is where, as you rightly mentioned, this is what all these things are coming logistics. Out of 11 principles, one principle logistics. In village road, state highways, national highways, connecting to port, connecting to marketplace, connecting to airport or railway station, and also seamless integration of all logistics. One is road infrastructure. Second, I want to connect almost all railway logistics. For example, from Chennai to Calcutta. As on today, 2-lane. I want to go 4-lane, broad gauge, so that I can run super express, speed trains, cargo, everything connecting to port. Then third one, every 1 hour I want to have an airport. From here, anywhere, Tirupati airport, 1 hour. Or Kadapa airport, that area 1 hour. Another airports are coming like that. Within an hour, I want to go to airport, hub and spoke model. Then ports, same thing I want to connect within reasonable area, every 50 kilometers, one port. Ultimately, hub and spoke. Big ports, small ports, consolidation and connectivity. Either cargo or passengers. I want to go 100% green energy. Country is going to produce 500 gigawatts of energy. I am going to add 160 gigawatts of green energy from Andhra Pradesh. That is our motive. With all latest technologies, even everywhere charging stations, and ultimately petrol, diesel has to go, even sustainable fuel has to come. As you rightly mentioned, every connectivity, passengers, all my buses will be air-conditioned buses, public transport, tomorrow. It is not much difference, only 5% or 10%. It makes no difference in India, 46 degrees temperature. Even poor man will go comfortably anywhere and enjoy that comfort. That is where things are happening. Everything is possible provided all of us has to work together. ఇంకేమన్నా టెల్ మీ అక్కడ వరకు ఇవ్వండి.
Sir, first of all, I would like to compliment you are our inspiration.